Crazy Will here today, and today we're going to be taking a look at a portable power supply brought to you by MARBERO, and it has a plug in it. It actually has two plugs in it. We're going to take a look at that today, so stay tuned. Crazy Will here from Crazy Will's Tech Show. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a portable battery, if you will, or a portable power supply brought to you by MARBERO. But the first things first, I say we go ahead and unbox this bad boy and see what's in it. So let's take a look at it on the table. So this is the box that it came in. Give you a quick view of the box, get you an idea. Plain looking box. Got a little tab down here. Pull that out. Opens up. This is what you're gonna get in the box: an instruction manual. You got this nice padding right here. I'm the same way I like it. Got the battery right here. Pull this out. Very nicely packaged. In a plastic bag. So with the battery, you're getting a regular 2-prong plug, and you're getting the 3-prong plug, and then you're getting USB Type 3 on one side, USB Type C, and the regular USBs over here, and then you have a DC out, and then it has a light, and you have a bunch of functioning buttons here to turn on the plugs. You can see, I don't know if you can see that in the light, but it turns on the battery indicator, which this did come with a charge, and then you can power it off. And then it has a light in the front. We could turn that on, and there's your light. And you could adjust the light to go brighter, strobe, I guess it's like an SOS or whatever, and that's it. And to power it off, you hit the power button. And that's basically the package. It's pretty light, it's not super heavy, and it does have the specs on the bottom, which I really like. And if you look at here, this is the model M82. It's a lithium-ion battery. Capacity is 88 watts. It can go to 15 volt to 24 volt on DC, direct current, AC current. It can do a max 60 hertz, 80 watts, or 120 watts max. It also has the output of 13 amps max. USB ports, those are pretty standard. It's 5 volt. So it's going to charge a lot faster. You got all your connections there. And I like that it has the specs down here. This is really nice that it gives you all the information. But that's the battery right there. All right, we'll put that off to the side. And then it has a little box that it comes with. And this is probably the charger. Oh, yep, that's the charger. And we get a cigarette lighter adapter as well. So I would assume that goes right there. Give you an idea what that looks like. So now we have a cigarette lighter adapter. And then to plug it up, you just put it right back here. Standard plug. And then you plug this in and charge it up. Now charging will take around about, it says 6 hours. And this is everything that comes in the box that you get. So you get the battery, the adapter, the instruction manual, and the charger. And that's everything. This is a 24,000 milliamp hour battery. Quite a lot in there. Another thing I didn't mention in the video is that you can actually hook solar panels to this. They actually sell solar panels, so if you guys are looking for, you know, a complete power outage, and that's kind of why I did this video, is I've been having a lot of power outages at my area. I'm in North Carolina, and we get bad storms and the power goes out. It's something quick and easy to hook up. I can hook lights to it. I can go ahead and turn on that light there, and it was a no-brainer for me when they said, hey, would you like to test this thing out? And I'm like, yeah, I've been looking at these and I want one. When they reached out to me and asked, I was like, yes. And I get asked all the time to review stuff, all the time. And I try to really weed through the stuff that, let's face it, nobody cares about or is junk. Speaking of storms, let me show you how bright the light is when you go outside. So here we're gonna show you what the regular light looks like when you first turn it on. It's just a subtle type of light, you know, if you're in the house or something like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and up it, and you can see it's really bright there. And we'll up it again, it gets even brighter. And then we'll go ahead and hit it again, and now it does like an SOS type of thing. So all you're gonna be doing is hitting this little light button right here. If you wanna power the USBs, you hit this button right here. If you wanna power the plug, you hit this button right here, and it turns it on. And this button, you go back to this one to turn off anything. If you wanna just go ahead, like if the light's on, like that, you hit the power button, it automatically turns everything off. So really handy in that aspect. So that's how bright the light is. I thought it was pretty decent. All right, so the biggest thing that I always have, and I don't know about you guys, is what can this power? Like, you know, like can you power a 3D printer or something like that? So what I did was I did a bunch of tests just to see what this little plug could power, where it could go at. And this goes up to like 13 amps, I believe. So you can run basic appliances off of it. And I did test this. And these are the things that I tested. We're gonna take a look at them. The first thing up was studio lighting. I did this ring lighting. I figured if you're gonna be going out and about, if I'm shooting video and I wanna be able to, you know, I don't know, bring lighting with me, I thought that would be a good way to do it. So I hooked a ring light up to it and it worked out really well. The next thing I wanted to do was just messing around, you know, if you had a power outage or if you just wanted power or if you wanted lighting. I have rope lighting around my deck and I went ahead and plugged that up to it. It was able to do the rope lighting, but it wasn't able to get the chandelier with the rope lighting. So I was only able just to do the rope lighting. As you can see in the video, you know, there's a chandelier there. We weren't able to power that and the rope lighting. So it did have a limitation there. So basically I think it would power a low voltage light. It did power my big fan. I had a big fan. I didn't take video of that because it's kind of nasty looking because it's an outdoor fan and there's dog hair and everything hooked to it. But when it did turn it on at the high speed, it was still at like the low speed. So it was able to power it, but not very strong. I do painting on the side and I hooked this up to my little air compressor. It's a little mini air compressor and it was actually powering it. So I was really impressed by that. Powered it up and it was able to work with it and I played around with it and I was like, wow, if I needed to go portable with my airbrush, this would work. 3D printer. It will power a 3D printer until you put heat to it and then I guess the amps get too high for it and it just cuts off. And you can see that in the video, it just cuts off. As soon as I started heating the hot end and I tried them individually, it didn't work. So it's you can't run a 3D printer off of it, which, you know, I don't know why you would want to. I just wanted to mess with it. I just wanted to try it. Like I said, power outages. I have a Keurig and I hooked this up to the Keurig. Again, as soon as it turned it on, as soon as the heating element started up, popped it right off. So, and it didn't damage the battery or anything, it just doesn't work, it just turns off. There's probably a volt protector in it. You can power your laptop and your phone at the same time. I actually got multiple phones on this and a laptop at the same time. I have a MacBook Air, which I did a video on, you guys probably saw. But you can see that I was able to power it up, had no problem, and the phone at the same time. This thing's a beast in that aspect, which is really great. Again, I'm thinking about power outages. That's awesome. So that was really cool. You guys know, if you watch my videos, I'm a fan of the Yi cameras. Big fan of those. It actually powered one of those. It did really well. I plugged it up. I did it first plugged in, and then I did it just with like the USB just to see if there was a power difference. There was no power difference, and I was able to run it and go through video and do everything I normally do on that camera. So that worked out really well. Raspberry Pi, unfortunately, I don't know what I did with my Raspberry Pi. I was able to boot it, but I didn't remember the login thing. That's so bad. Tech guy doesn't remember his login. I thought I had it written down. I made like an OctoPi Touch. I think I did a video on it, and I hooked it to the monitor, which you could actually see that video here for the monitor. It hooks to a Raspberry Pi, and it was able to power the Raspberry Pi and that monitor, and that's a Raspberry Pi 4 running with 8 gigs RAM, and it had no problem running that. Started right up, everything was great, even ran the screen. So it's definitely able to do, you know, your Raspberry Pi projects. I think that would be really cool for this, whether you're testing them or, you know, trying to figure out an alternative power supply. That was just some of the stuff I tested. I could go on forever with testing it, but it does all the basic stuff that I needed to do during a power outage. You know, needing power on the go. This is really great. All right, so the price on this bad boy, you're looking at $119.99 on this. I have seen it on sale on Amazon several times where it could bring it down to almost $100. So not a bad price on this, considering you have, you know, plug adapters and the battery lasts. So my overall thoughts on the MARBERO Portable Power Supply, I'm really impressed with it, to be honest with you. I've been doing a lot of testing. I only charged this once when I got it, and it's at half now, and I've been messing with this nonstop. With all those experiments I showed you, charged my phone multiple times, which, by the way, charges your phone really fast, like in an hour and a half, it charges the phone. It's like, I used a USB Type-C, and it was fast. It was really fast. For all of the needs that I need, I mean, I wish it would have been able to power the coffee maker, but I'm sure I could get a smaller low voltage coffee maker, and I could probably get it to work. But honestly, it's a great little package for the price you're paying for it, for a portable battery. I don't think it's a bad idea to pick one up. I'll leave a link down below so that way you guys can pick it up if you want it. I think it's a great little product. That's it for me, guys. Like and subscribe if this helped you in any way. And remember to ring that bell if you want to get notifications when I make a video. And remember, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. Later, guys. So the MARBERO, this is everything that comes in the box that you get. So you get the battery. I know what you're thinking. Crazy Will's Tech Show's over. What do I do now? Real simple, guys. You hit that like button and you hit that subscribe button, and then you check out my other videos. It's not over. I made a lot. It's been a good year.